Hey everyone, welcome back to Clinical Physio with me, Khalid Maidan. In today's video, we're going to be taking you through the lift-off test, which is also known as Gerber's test. And the purpose of this test is to test the strength and/or the integrity of the subscapularis muscle and its tendon. Just a quick note before we show you the test, we're only going to be completing the test on one of our patient's arms. We're not going to look at both in this video, as we don't want to slow your video down. However, in practice, you always need to compare the right and the left. So we're going to ask our patient to turn around so we can go through the test, and we're going to be using her left arm for the purpose of the test. Now, the hand can be placed in a couple of positions for this test. You can either ask the patient to put their hand on their upper buttock, i.e. where their pocket would be, their back pocket, or you can ask them to place it in the area of their lumbar lordosis. And it's recognized with this test that the subscapularis muscle is put under the greatest stress in this position, with the patient's hand on their lower back. So, what does the examiner do? Well, we can have one hand around the shoulder to stabilize, make sure the patient isn't bringing their trunk too far forwards. And then the other hand is going to be placed against the patient's palm. We're going to use the flat of our hand. We're not going to grip the arm or anything like that. We're just going to place it there. Now, the first thing to do is to see if the patient can actually produce the lift-off movement. So we're going to ask them to see if they can lift their hand away from their back. So there we go, and we can see that our patient can do that. If they were unable to lift their hand off the back, this would be a positive result for a subscapularis tear, and we'll talk about that again in a second. As we've seen, our patient can do this, so we can therefore take the test further by then putting our hand against their palm, as we said, and asking them to continue the same movement, pushing their hand away from their back. And relax. Thank you. So, as we said, there's a positive result for a subscapularis tear would be whereby the patient is unable to lift their hand off their back. One thing to just double check though before you make that diagnosis is whether they can actually, whether their posterior capsule is fluid enough to allow for that movement. Because sometimes patients can say, oh, I just can't lift that off, and that's because their capsule is really, really tight. So if you've done your movement test and you can see that they can adequately lift their hand off their back, but they can't do the lift-off test, then that shows you that they have a subscapularis tear. If they were able to do it, and then we had the second aspect of the test where they push against our resistance and it was shown to be weak, then that may give you a positive for either a subscapularis tendinopathy or a general weakness of the subscapularis muscle. One more thing to mention that which could be a positive is looking at the scapula. Now, as the examiner, whilst they're doing the movement, we can look at the scapula to see what the scapula is doing. Any movement that we consider to be abnormal of the scapula, for example, a form of winging, for example, may tell us about reduced scapular control. So that's the test. Now, what do we find in practice? Well, this is a pretty good test at looking at the subscapularis. It's pretty reliable in telling you whether or not this muscle is torn, for example. However, if your patient is unable to get their hand behind the back, which a lot of the time can happen because it's a pretty sore movement, it's a pretty difficult movement if they've got a really irritable shoulder. So if you find that they can't actually get their hand behind the back anyway, either actively or passively in order to do the test, then check out our other video in our special text section, which is the belly press test, which can also look at the subscapularis muscle.